Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So today video is about Hajj 2024 experience and what went wrong during my Hajj last year and what troubled me. I thought the Hajj 2024 is coming near and most of the people should be looking around ideas what to expect for the Hajj 2025 because the weather gonna be similar and most probably the facility I hope they get better but more or less should be similar because I did the Hajj in 2024. So let's share the actual and practical experience which I faced, and based on that, how I felt. So number one, for my Hajj, basically, although I paid for the Ziyarah in Makkah and Medina, the days which I got in Makkah were too short and too near to the Hajj days. So I just reached basically in Makkah. And I had only one day in between before I had to go to Mina. So that's why my tour operator basically cancelled the ziyarat, and he said that it is not recommended, that we will get tired. And I don't blame him, but this is something which I felt that okay, if hopefully inshallah I'll go again for Hajj or Umrah to Makkah and Medina because this was my first trip, but I was expecting that at least I would be able to do the ziyarats because in that you can actually and comfortably see all the sacred places around Makkah. But that what I missed. So this was the first thing based on my tour days, what I had got. Number two, cooling not working on the first day in Mina. So the first day when we arrived in Mina camp on the 9th of in the start of the Hajj. That day, actually, unfortunately, in our camp, which was the category B camp, we had the air conditioning and the cooler. So there was in the same camp, there was one AC and one cooler which was working over there, but due to some unfortunate things the cooler was not working, although the AC was actually working, but the cooler was not working. It was giving like a normal air. It was, I think so, the water was not flowing properly. And although they had given like two pedestal fan, which you can see in the picture on the right side as well, there was air condition, there was cooler ducts on the top, but due to that it was really warm and it was very difficult to breathe in, even due to the number of people in my camp. So that was quite difficult, but thank God the next day, like due to the days of Hajj, we went to Arafat, and when we came back from Muzdalifah, luckily they had fixed the problem. But that day it was difficult during the daytime, especially because it was quite hot, but luckily, thank God, we were able to cope over it. The other thing which the third problem which we faced was oversubscribed people in Mina tent. So in Mina tent, what we found out when we went, although my camp was in category B and ideally they say it should be between 30 to 50 people, but in my camp actually there were, in my tent there were actually 56 people and there were only 50, almost 50 beds available. So I don't know how they figured it out, but they had oversubscribed the number of people. We were told that it was done by the Saudi government or the basically people management over there, and it was not the fault of the tour operator. I trust the tour operator, I believed his voice, but that's the thing, it was quite bad at night time. There was a hassle in the daytime because not everyone was lying down, but in the night time everyone wanted to sleep, and we were facing the problem that who will get the bed and who are not getting the bed. So few people actually eventually like the tour operator guide themselves actually stayed out of the camp. They took their mattresses and slept in the actually the passage, unfortunately. And few of the people, because of the heat, as I said on the first day, they went to the nearby mosque where they spent the whole night. But luckily, after once we came back from Muzdalifah, some of the people, like I think so, around 10 people, never returned back to Mina camp because it is not a compulsion. It depends on the scholar who you are following. But some scholars say that you just need to spend some moments in Mina camp, and that's all it's required. You don't need to really sleep in Mina camp. So some of the people did not stay the whole night, and that's why the rest of the 3 days it was easy. There were ample beds. There were more beds actually than the people, because not all the people returned back. So at least that problem was solved, but this was the problem which we felt on the first day or first night. The next thing, feeling exhausted during Nafal Tawaf. Although my days were quite restricted, but when we went basically after completing of Hajj, when we went for the Tawaf Wida, because after the completion of Hajj, we only had got basically 2 days to go back to Pakistan, only before we go back to Pakistan. Because my trip was, although I traveled from UK directly, but my return journey was that I go back to Pakistan and then I come back to UK. So I had only 2 days in between. And when I went for Tawaf Wida, basically, I thought let's do Nafal Tawaf as well. And I planned to do two Nafal Tawaf. I did not plan anything. When I reached in the morning, it was quite less crowded. When I reached, I think so, it was something around 10 or 11 o'clock, and it was quite less crowded in the Mataf area. Because even though, like, if you know, during the Hajj days, I think so, till 15th of Zulhijjah or 16th of Zulhijjah, you can enter the Mataf area even with the colored clothes. Otherwise, you can enter the Mataf area around the Kaaba if you are only wearing ihram. If you are outside the state of ihram, they will send you on first floor or second floor. But during the Hajj days till 15th Zulhijjah, you are allowed to go in the Mataf area, because all of the people are basically Haji and there is no one doing Umrah. So that's why they let you go. And it was quite less crowded when I reached. So I planned for doing first Nafal Tawaf. I did that. When I saw it was less crowded, I tried to do a second Nafal Tawaf. So one Tawaf in the Mataf area takes less than an hour. But because it's Saudi Arab, it was quite hot. It was still above 40 degrees. It started to become really warm, and the exhaust started to hit me. And basically, in my second Nafal Tawaf, for an instance, I felt like that I gotta fall down, to be honest. But luckily, in my backpack, although the backpacks are not allowed, they allow only the string bag. In my string bag, I had basically 2 bottles of laban. So instantly, when I started feeling like that something is gonna happen, I started, even during the tawaf time, I drank a small laban bottle, and that basically re-energized me, and that helped me. And after that, I took a rest, and after that, I did my last tawaf, which was the tawaf Wida. So basically, just the purpose is, although I was holding an umbrella as well throughout the time, that it is really hot, it is really warm, and although you can wear, like, after you are outside the state of haram, you can cover your head with a cap as well. I was wearing a cap and also the umbrella, but still, because the heat is quite hot, quite a lot, and the surface, the floor is white, and it reflects heat as well, so it is a bit warm overall. And the amount of people, as they start to get crowded, it becomes difficult. So just be careful, do as much as you can, don't push yourself, because I thought that maybe doing two nafal tawaf was a bit exhaustive for me. I should have just restricted myself to one nafal tawaf. And also I got the feeling that maybe, considering the number of people which were arriving there, it would have been better that I do only one nafal tawaf. And as I saw that it's getting crowded, I should have restricted myself to do the tawaf wida, so that other people get a chance to do the tawaf in a peace and tranquility, as I was able to do the first tawaf. So, but this is based on experience. Again, there is nothing wrong in that, but that's the thing, that's my lesson learned. The other thing, number 5, is the washroom condition during bus from Medina to Makkah. So my tour, just to let you know, that Hajj tour was that first I arrived in Medina, and from Medina to Makkah, by my Hajj operator basically took me through buses. And when I'm saying washroom, it doesn't mean that there was a washroom in the bus as well, although I did not use the bus washroom. But what we did actually, that on our way from Medina to Makkah, it took around 9.5 hours. Okay, it started from around 4 o'clock or something like that, and we arrived, I think so, 1 a.m., something like that. We arrived in Makkah, and there was only one stopover which they did. I don't remember the place or what it was, but there we stop over to offer the basically namaz maghrib and isha together. And there, the washroom at that location were really pathetic. It was very crowded. if I just describe it like the washroom which I got eventually, the Muslim shower was inside the commode, to be honest, and it was quite filthy. So it was the first shocker of the basically Hajj journey, that okay, be prepared for a dirty washroom with not much facility. And of course, I was in the state of Ihram because I planned to do Umrah. I could not touch the soap, so I had luckily the fragrance free soap, but many people were waiting over there, long waiting line. It took like more than 30 minutes for me to get to the washroom. So just a disclaimer that please be ready for that. Okay. Number six, some unfortunate sights. As you can see, this is the actual picture which I took from my bus when I was going to Arafat. And you can see a couple lying down, and it's not looking at the shoes. You can see that what happened there. I have made, unfortunately, a movie as well. Like I took a video basically of it, but basically the male had fallen down and the female was crying. Actually, it was crying and asking people to help, but unfortunately the buses don't stop, or anyone does not stop. And it looks like what I understood, we asked the bus driver, we asked, because there is a local authority people in all the buses as well, who is in charge of the people taking, they, because they have a checklist that how many people they are bringing in. They don't allow anyone to step out to help anyone. And that's what I saw, that due to the heat, basically the people who were walking from like Mina camp, or most probably some of the people who are illegally doing the Hajj. I don't want to say the term, but if you know that many of the people basically hide away before the Hajj days, okay, around surrounding in Makkah. And once the Hajj days come, because the Hajj is mainly as per the hadith of the Holy Prophet, the Hajj is, if you are in Arafat, you have completed the Hajj. Basically, the Arafat is the Hajj. So that's why people from different areas, basically, instead of taking the cars, because cars get checked, buses get checked, they start walking, and they walk and come to Arafat, and it's very difficult to rule out them or check them. So that's why what I think, they were the illegal ones who were not registered, and they were trying to do that. And due to the heat and the long walk, we saw lots of people lying down. This is another picture. You can see like a group of 4 people on the top, and also like 2 people, although here they are resting, luckily, thank God. But in the first picture, I saw that she was crying for help, but no one was available for help. And you can see that in the top picture, they don't have any even umbrella. And also due to the age factor, it becomes difficult. So please be prepared. There is lots and lots of walk. Whatever Mina package you have bought, category A, B, C, almost same, Al Kabe, the best of the facility, but there is still a lot of walk. And as I always say in my Hajj videos, Hajj is a physical ibadah. So you need to be fit, you need to be prepared. And if you're doing Hajj in the summer, whether in 2025 or even in 2026, then be prepared for the heat as well. The heat, even if you're young, it can hit you. As I told you in my earlier point, that I was getting exhausting during tawaf, although I was drinking zamzam, I had the supplies, but it is exhaustive. So it will be difficult due to heat, due to lots of Mina camp. And the trouble is that you cannot help these people. There are some rules and regulation. I saw many people, like when I was going for even Rami for Jamarat, I saw people crying, I saw people lying on roads, and I could not help them because they don't speak your language, or if even if they do, what can you do? You are also there for Hajj. And I also met few families. One I saw an old person from Bangladesh, and he was trying to find out his Mina camp, because during the Rami, from your Mina camp to Jamarat, they have made one way. So you go through one way, and you go out and reach back your tent through another way. So they don't allow you to come back from the same way. So people easily get lost, and there were people who were trying to figure out the way. I met a Pakistani couple as well, an old age couple, and they were really crying. I helped them as far as possible. I took them, spent like 20-30 minutes with them, took on a straight road, and I just could help and guide them. Okay, keep walking straight, and once you reach the bridge, that's your camp. But that's the thing, there are your limitations as well, how much you can help, because you get exhausted as well, even if you are young. Okay, number seven, during Rami, people throwing stones at people. So this was astonishing. In this picture, maybe not that much visible, but here on the right side, if you can see, someone trying to throw stones from this far. And I don't think so. Someone has got a Hulk power or something to throw stone from this distance to this wall or even within that. And I saw many people, and especially, unfortunately, many females throwing stones at the front of the people, and they were getting hit. So when I was going for Rami, I had a pcap and I was trying to cover my back of the head just to make sure that I not on the day of Hajj when I was in the state of Ihram, but after I was out of the state of Ihram and I could cover the head. So I made sure that I cover my head with my cap so that no one hit my head, because it was difficult. And what I found, it's better not to start throwing in the stones in the start, but come from basically back and go just in the front. As you can see from where I'm taking the picture here, the crowd gets basically try to disperse, because majority of the people start throwing the stones in the start, and there are more chances as well someone will hit your head as well. So be careful about that. Instead, just keep walking, come into the front, and there people, most of the people are leaving, and you can enter and do the stoning, and also you will be safe from getting hit from a stone instead of the shaitan. Okay, number eight, non-empathetic people during tawaf. Unfortunately, I have to use this word, and I'm not racist. All the people are there, and we are trying to portray the message of oneness when we are wearing the same ihram, same white dress, and all the peoples of different nationality, different color, different wealth, doing the same thing, same way. But unfortunately, some people, what I found, get, I don't know if it's crazy is a word proper to appropriate word to use, but to touch the black stone, to come near the Kaaba, to touch the Kaaba, or to see the Maqam Ibrahim, they really, like, due to their weight, due to their body physique, they crush other people. They don't consider that who is in front of them. They will push you, and like they will bring their, I found like a few groups, unfortunately, especially, I don't want to name them, but few groups who basically travel in groups, okay, like 6 people or 8 people, and they basically bring their elbows out, okay, and just they march at the people and push them around, and they don't care if it hit their head, if it hit their legs, or their chest. They don't care about it, and that was unfortunate. And especially also, of course, everyone wants to touch the black stone. It's a sacred stone for us, because the holy prophet kissed this black stone, as the Hazrat Umar said that if I would not have seen the holy prophet kissing the black stone, I would not have done that. So of course everyone wants to do that, everyone wants to come near to the Kaaba, touch the Kaaba. But that's the thing. Be careful about the people as well. You are there for a sacred journey, so don't spoil it. And be considerate to the people, which I found that some people don't consider that. So be prepared for it. You will get pushed. You might get hurt. I saw two families actually, like a husband and wife. Actually, they were getting crushed. Like I think so. Somehow they went to the Hajr Aswad. They kissed it. I don't know, but they were coming out of there, and they were crying, and the uncle, basically the male, was trying to get a space so that they can walk outside, they can come out of basically the Hajr Aswad area. But because it was too crowded and everyone is pushing themselves, there is no space, and the female was getting crushed, and she was crying that she could not come out. But that's the thing, that I would say don't attempt it in the first place if it's too crowded. Maybe if Allah gives you a chance, maybe once you go in Umrah and there is less crowd, maybe inshallah you will get another chance. But don't put yourself in risk, and don't put others in risk as well in trying to do so, because I really like people jumping on each other, and it was like a not a nice view to look at that, and in that sacred place, I would say. Number nine, again, something relating to that, but now coming back to Medina. Luckily, in Medina, Alhamdulillah, what I found out that if you are going to say offer the salam to the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the best time is not to go for the males, especially because males can like go throughout the day. For males, it's better not to go just after the prayer, because just after the first prayer, it's the not to say, but it's the worst time because it's really crowded. Everyone goes, majority of the people goes right after the offering the first prayer to offer the salam. Instead of that, the ideal time what I found was like after like maybe after 3 o'clock, okay, and before the asr prayer, because near the asr prayer, of course, all the before the first prayer they block the entrance to offer the salam. But before that, like maybe around 3 o'clock and 1 hour after the zohar prayer, that's the best time. If you go there, there would be very few people, maybe 10-20 people, and it will be very easily you can offer salam like maybe 7-8 times within half an hour. And that's what I did, that's what I found. And this is like, even because I was there in Medina, I had 3-4 days and I want to go multiple times. So this is one of the pictures which I took when just after the prayer. And just after the prayer, it's very crowded, and some of the people, again, unfortunately not all here, thank God, but only few of the people, I don't know what they are thinking. They are not empathetic, they are not considerate of others, and they are pushing you, constantly pushing you. And there was, again, I don't want to name someone, there was an uncle at back of me and who was actually like punching me at the back. I don't know what he was thinking, like what's, everyone is going for the same thing, everyone will pass through, everyone will walk, and there are shurtas or police standing there and trying to make people move. So why are you constantly pushing me and punching me at the back? You won't go anywhere. So this was very, very sad, just in front of the grave of the holy prophet this was happening. And sad to see such things, and especially first hand experience I'm talking about. Next thing, number 10, dealing with local Arabic taxi driver. Again, not to be racist on in any way, but this is what I found based on my experience, that over there you will find taxi drivers from every nationality, from Pakistan, from India, from Bangladesh, from Egypt, from local Saudi Arabia. But what I found is the most difficult, if Arabic is not your first language, try not to negotiate, try not to get a taxi from Arabic driver. Okay, if you have ample money and you don't want to negotiate, of course you can go and whatever they ask you give them and they will take you to the point. But I found it is very difficult to deal with them. They will change their taxi rates during the drive, that okay, that one like road is blocked and they have to stop, go from another way, and they will start asking for more money, or they will drop you at another point, considering that you don't know it, they will drop you off at another location just before what they committed. And this is what I found. Instead, what I found was easier if you deal with someone who understand you, either completely English or your local language, Urdu, Hindi, whatever you are comfortable with, you can find other drivers. So this is based on my experience. I took the taxi, I think so 6 or 8 times, and this is my experience, that it was much easier, if because the commitment is there, they know exactly what where you want, and they have the clarity, and you can easily communicate. With the Arabic drivers, it was difficult. Next thing, shopping from Arabic shops. Again, something which I found a bit difficult. Although, like I did shopping, it was okay. It was not too bad. But still, I found in one instance that although it was not for gold shopping, but it was when I was looking at different praying mats and abayas and those kind of stuff and jubba, that like if I'm seeing different varieties and if I'm not happy with them and I asking them, they start to get rich disrespectful, they start to get loud. And this was, I felt with them, and even in some of the gold shops as well, that okay, if I'm asking him to show me 2-3 things, and after if I'm not happy with them or trying to negotiate, they try to get like, I don't know, because we are speaking English and they are speaking Arabic. This is what I found. So better, if you feel like that, just go to another shop as soon as possible. No need to waste your time at that shop, even if he's giving you a better rate, hopefully. But no need, I would say that just leave the shop, go to the next one. There are many other shops. Okay, outside food from restaurants during Hajj. So this is my personal experience. Although my friends did not, they agree with me during the Hajj time, but they were saying that some of them had experience of trying food in Saudi Arabia, and they were really happy that they enjoy the food. But during the Hajj time, a majority of my package was like fully boards, and I was getting 3 meals throughout the time. But sometimes I tried food from outside when I was tired or we were not getting the time. Like I tried Al 2 times, and so far I won't even rate al back. It was not tasty. Okay, it was quite like normal taste, like 5 out of 10, something like that. But I know people really like, and their favorite thing, the spicy chicken. I could not try that, but that's the thing, that maybe this was the al back in Medina airport, which I tried. I tried a burger, barbecue burger. I think so. This one, which is in the picture, it was not. It was just okay. So 5 out of 10. So that's why I was not. Then I tried shawarmas at few places. This shop was in, I think so, in um, I forgot the sorry place name, but I tried this one. It was not worth. It was even difficult to swallow it. If I have a video of that, maybe if you want, comment it and I'll place the video how he was making the shawarma. It was no filling, no taste, no sauce, and very pathetic. So food wise, I was not happy. Like yes, the boarding, the full board meal, the buffet which I was getting, I think so. It was like thousand times better. I'm okay with the, I have no complaints with the food that was given through buffet, but the restaurant food which I tried, I was not happy from there. Okay, this thing I think so is very, very important for anyone who is going to be going for Hajj and to understand, because even after my lots of research, I struggled with this and we all suffered. Actually, my friends did the work, I did the work, and even the people who are expert who had done the Hajj before as well, they struggled with this. You see these piles of bags in both the picture. So the thing is, during the Hajj days, when you go for, if you want to enter Haram, so in Masjidul Haram, you are not allowed to take any kind of backpacks. Any kind of bag which they feel it's bigger, they will ask you to put in a pile. And that pile comes over here. This is the lot where they threw all the bags. So there are no tokens, no nothing. And when I was like, like I went with my two friends and we put our bags and then we had to search for it. So only I found my bag, but my two friends lost their bags. So, and what when we were searching around in the piles to look for their bags, I could see the copies of the Quran on the floor. I could hear the mobiles ringing. Okay, and I saw many of like the valuable items, food items, fruits, and all kind of stuff. They are filled up bags, and I doubt how many people are able to find the bags, because we searched for like uh, at least 2 hours, and there are like 4 different locations where they pile the bags, and this is the main location. Once eventually after 2 hours or 1 hour, they bring all the bags here, and there is a new pile created near the gates of the Masjidul Haram. So there are 4 locations. You can't go to all the 4 locations where your bag is, where your items are. So that's why you can only take and bring inside a string bag. You know the string bag, a small bag with a string, a parachute bag with a string. So as long as you have that one, they allow that. If you have anything like a backpack, they will ask you to leave it outside, which makes sense because it is crowded in Masjid al Haram. They want to keep it, but that's the thing, that it is not really clear, and people leave their items and lose their valuables. So here and other picture, and you can see like many people coming from different area. This is outside Masjid al Haram, as you can see one of the outside locations. You can see a nearby picture. This is looks like a Pakistani bag, or like from Pakistani tour operator. And this is the thing, many people trying to search. So you are spending your valuable time in Masjid al Haram trying to find your things after you have lost them. So please remember that. Okay, getting rashes on legs and thighs. I have actually discussed that point in my other videos, packing things for Hajj and Umrah. That okay, use Vaseline because we are not immune to like because of the heat, because of the sweating. Okay, your legs get rubbed against each other, your basically thighs, and you can get rashes. And this is exactly what happened. So luckily, the good thing was at least I had the Vaseline, and as soon as I started using Vaseline, it helped me and I did not suffer anymore. So, but the first day I was there, I got those rashes. So just to emphasize, make sure that you have the Vaseline with you, fragrance free, and you can use in the state of ihram, so no issue. So keep that. It's a must item, I can say. Okay. Bad experience maybe for me. So I was recommended, like I'm not good in finding the dates or checking the quality, but I went with my tour operator, like recommended one of the dates, the person or shopkeeper, that okay, you can buy the dates, they always recommend that, and I just straight away went with them. Okay, and this is the actual picture. So they showed, they committed, they said like our dates are the best, they don't have any insects, and without like doing any recce from the market, we went straight away, we bought that. And I got like ajwa and the other majdul and some other variety, and some of the variety which I brought here in UK with me. Okay, some of them because I went to Pakistan, I gave over there. Some of like 2-3 kgs I brought here, and after like I kept it for 2 or 3 months, and after when I checked it and I opened the boxes, it was all filled up with small insects. Both of the lots, the ajwa which was separate, and there was a mixed one which I had like majdul and some other variety, and it was a bit like heartbreaking. I Maybe this was the first time for him. I don't know. I don't want to blame the shopkeeper. It was the will of Allah, and it happened. But it was a heartbreaking. Like in UK, I've been living in Ireland. I've been living, and here I have at home right now even the dates which I bought like 2 years back during Ramadan, and today they are, I opened them actually a few days back, and they don't have any insect. They are perfect condition. They are, I think so, dates from Tunisia. They are not expensive. 1 kg box, you get it, I think so, for £3 or £4 I got it. And I opened them after 2 years, and no insect, no nothing, and perfect condition. And these dates which I got them, he was committing fresh dates, blah blah blah. And it was really disappointing that within 3 months they had got insects, and I could not eat a single one, and I had to throw all of them. So unfortunate, but this is what happened. So I would say that maybe go with the big brand shops. Okay, I would trust more them rather than the smaller shops, or maybe keep them in freezer or fridge. Some people recommend that. Maybe that's the way. But otherwise, the local dates which I buy from UK, I never had any problem. From Ireland, I never had any problem. Okay, the next thing, traveling from Medina to Makkah using Haraman train. Um, in this one, actually, I did not had any trouble in general. Okay, so it was a good experience, but I think so. The only thing which I was concerned about actually in this journey was, which I made a separate video about Haraman train as well. That basically Haraman train, when I use from UK going to, basically our tour started from Medina, was supposed to that we first stay in Medina, and after that we will shift it to Makkah. So from UK, the flight which I got, which was cheaper, which was better, I bought it myself, not through the travel agent, was towards Jeddah, and that was much cheaper, almost half the price. And I said, okay, I'll go to Makkah first, to Jeddah, and from Jeddah I'm gonna take this Haraman train to go to Medina, and from there we will start our Hajj journey. So this is what I did, and that's why I took the Haraman train. The only concern which I had throughout the time was that there is a specific luggage size. If you don't know about that, you can watch my other video about Haraman train experience and the luggage restrictions. And due to that, I had to search a lot, because I want to exactly get that size bag, because it's not too big, and you want to get some items and stuff, you need to make sure. Because I was concerned, what I understood, that if your bag is bigger, either they don't allow you, or they ask you that they will send through post their so the post to your hotel location, and it might take 2 to 3 days. And so it was a troubling factor, that okay, how much time will it take, when it will arrive, what will you do during that time. So that's why I had to buy a special bag, and this was a bit of hassle. But luckily, when I arrived there, at least on that day, what I saw, people had brought bigger bags and no one was checking. So this was maybe a lucky instance, but that's the thing, there was a concern. So no bad experience overall. I'm really happy with Haraman train. It went very well, it's smooth, the journey is quite nice. It's very fast and relaxing, nice AC air conditioned sitting. Every marks, all marks goes. It's only the luggage restriction which created a bit of hassle. Okay, other thing just to be aware, which happens everywhere in the world, overcharging for haircut during Hajj. So if you're going for, like when we did the Umrah before the Hajj, I think so the person charged us, I don't know, less than 10 Saudi riyals. I don't remember exactly, maybe 10 Saudi riyal per head for the haircut. But when we did the Hajj and when we were in the state of Ihram, after we needed to get the Hulk done in order to get out of the state of Ihram. That's the last thing after the Qurbani. You get the Hulk, and then you are out. You can take the Ihram out. At that time, all the barbers start charging very high amount. Some of them were charging 100 riyals. I think so. I don't remember exactly, but I think I paid 70 riyals for my haircut. So just to let you know that be prepared for that, keep that much cash. Like before, for normal Umrah, they charge between 5 to 10 Saudi Riyal. But during the Hajj, okay, when you are in the state of Haram and are coming out of the state of Haram, at that time, they start charging 70 to 100 Riyal, Saudi Riyal. And I got this haircut in Azizia, not outside the Masjid al Haram. I was in Azizia, and over there they were charging this much. So just to let you know that okay, this happens over there, so be prepared for that. Next thing, which is a bit disappointing, but there is, of course, there are 3 million people over there, which can make sense. But still, I think so. Every year, this thing is happening. Hajj happens every year. The facilities can be improved and should be improved. Look at the amount of trash. Look at the amount of plastic bottles, wrappers there, and look at the size of the bin. There is staff. This person is basically the staff. I don't know is the cleaning staff or not, but there are many cleaning staff you will see as well. And this is the morning time. This is the picture when I took from when I was going from Mina. I think so it was around 9 or 10 a.m. and we were going from Mina to basically Arafat, and this is the Arafat basically. These are Arafat camps. So once we entered Arafat, look at already in the morning when you are arriving, how much garbage already accumulated over there, and look at the size of the bin. Of course, there are so many people, millions of people are going there. At least increase the size. So this is not only the problem of the people. If they don't see the bin or the bin is full, where they gonna throw? Okay, and also of course the people can keep it with them or throw it somewhere else. It's both, but I think so here the major fault lies with the Saudi government, with the facilities provider that provide big bins. I don't know, make underground bins. Why not to make underground bins so the people it's stored inside? After the Hajj days, they basically can take the bins out. Why not to do like that, so that at least the majority of the garbage can be taken here as well. You see, the bin is already full. It's the morning time. People are still going, and look at the garbage. Okay, so of course these green bags means that there are people who are already cleaning and trying to wrap it up. But that's the limitation with the people. There is no proper space to throw the garbage, and that's why if it's full, unfortunately people can't do much. Here as well, another snap of the same thing. It's all and these are three shops, so people are buying the stuff from here as well, and there is only one bin for 3 million people. Come on, you need to be smarter. Next thing, Mina camp passages blocked. Look at this stuff. So this is the first day when we arrived in Mina. It was hot, it was warm, and as I said, and this is camp B, category B, the second most expensive category, like after Al Kabesh or after camp A. This is the category. And what happens is that inside it's very warm, and as I said in my previous video, the scientist who said that okay, the people will need quilts in this hot weather when the temperature is around 45 degrees Celsius. I don't know who that is. Just provide a single plain sheet, okay, for people to sleep. Don't provide quilts. You don't need quilts in that weather, in that heat. And because it's quite hot, people are oversubscribed, people need to fit in. They start throwing out the mattresses because they are heated, like they generate heat. If you sleep on them, your body gets heated. Okay, it's radiating heat basically. That's why people start throwing them out. Quilts they don't need. There is not enough space. There is only space in category B, C, D. There is only enough space for you to lie down. That's it. So of course mattress can come, but where you can't put the quilts anywhere else. Even the luggage, sometimes people don't find space. There are some racks, but they don't find space, and they put under as their pillow. So that's why I don't know. There should be either they make more space or make it better, this arrangement. Because first day people start throwing on the passages, and then the next few days they are taking out. The people are basically the staff over there is throwing them out. So I don't know. This should be better managed. And also To be honest, it's a hazard. What I would say, like if some European authority investigate this, this is a confirmed hazard. If God forbid any fire happens in those tents, no one can go out. These are gypsum boards, okay? The passages are blocked. There are no fire exit. There are only two entrance or exit basically for the whole camp, okay? And there are, I don't know, 500 600 people in this area, and it's crowded with all these stuff all around. And there are also again bins which are filled up, and you can see a door broken as well. The first day we came, the door got broken. This was not our, this is ladies camp, but just across our one, this was ladies. But with the quality, the poor, the work of craftsmanship, I think so the cheapest or the poorest they can get, I think so they get it done. The wiring is pathetic. There was like the person first day, someone came to try to fix the air condition. He could not fix it, and not air condition, the cooler, but there was a spark. And thank God there was no fire, there was a spark, and it tripped the fuse. Luckily they had the fuse. But that's the thing, if the fire would have broken, I can't say what would have happened. I would not be making the video. That's the only thing I can say. So it was very bad in that aspect. Like no, it seems like there is no regulation, no authority to check the conditions, that how they're gonna be managed. The craftsmanship, it was very poor. So this is disappointing. And also the number of, I should have added that as part of this. There are two switchboards which they provide, like maybe two socket, three sockets, and there are like 60 people in the camp, 50 to 60 in category B, and all are charging at the same location. Again, a fire hazard. If some spark break and does anything, everything is flammable, it will be chaos. So these are some of the things which I felt really bad about. Next thing, shades. Shades mean shadow basically. As you can see, this is again picture taken on the day when we were going from Mina to Arafat. And on the way, they don't have, there are no shades. There are not many thick trees. And people who are traveling or walking, when they are tired, they are taking their shades in, basically this is a truck with an advertisement which is, I think so, giving water or something like that, and they are sitting in the shade of a truck. So many pictures you will see, or many instances you see, that because there is no shades, and not everyone unfortunately carries umbrella, which is astonishing as well. Everyone should be taking an umbrella. There are Saudi people, staff people, or local authority who are distributing umbrellas, but not everywhere. And people are really desperate to get umbrellas. So what I would recommend, even in Mina camps, okay, I don't have the picture here. They gave us, at least in category B, everyone was given an umbrella. Okay, they had the umbrella for every person, like an umbrella, a small starter kit, like an eye patch or soap or toothpaste, something like that. So I would recommend, if you have not taken umbrella, took that umbrella with you. You need it over there, and maybe take two of them, because sometimes your umbrella gets broken, because the umbrella they provided, actually it was quite a flimsy quality, and that got broken. I had two, one short one which I brought from UK, and one I even took from there as well. And when I saw some people struggling, we gave it to some other people. But that's the thing. They should build, the Saudi government, again to the government, they should make more shaded portions for people to rest, because there is a lot of war. So this is all. What are my takeaways overall? So these were some of the bad experience. What are some of the things which I felt bad, which could be improved? I think so there are lots of spaces. Hajj, till the world exists, Hajj will always be happening. And so the government, if someone is listening or someone can give the advice, I think so they should take all these advice. It's not difficult. Management is not difficult. I know it's 3 million people you are managing, but you are doing it annually, and you can easily improve these things. Some of them are straightforward. You can manage them, like dustbins, or improving the quality of the work. Like even in the washrooms, like second day in Mina, washrooms, taps are getting broken. Why? They are newly fitted taps, newly fitted accessories. What kind of quality are you getting? Get a better quality, to so that it stays for 10 years, 20 years. They get so flimsy quality, like it gets broken. I know many people are using, but of course they're people using. Okay, no one is trying to break them, but the quality, they get the cheapest quality. Even the pedestal fan, which I told you, the wiring quality, it was made in Pakistan, just to be clear. I know that, I could see on that written, but the quality of the wiring, I would never use that wire. It was so flimsy, the coating plastic, that if I pierce it with my nail, I could break it. I could pierce inside the wire. So this is the quality. I don't know, someone is doing dirty job, taking funds out of it. If even like the Saudi government is spending on that, some checks and balance need to be there. Some quality control need to be there. And what are my takeaway for the people who are listening? Remember, Hajj is a physical ibadah, so be prepared for the worst. You need to be strong mentally and physically. It's not that you need to memorize lots of things. You don't need to memorize a single thing. If you're a Muslim, you know how to pray. That's all what is required. The rest, you don't need to memorize anything. Prepare your body physically and prepare your mind mentally, that you can basically face the hardship. The third point, have a big heart to forgive the people. Okay, so you don't take it personally, and you forgive others, because people will hurt you, people will kick you, people will punch you honestly, and people will push you and to face hardship. And the next thing is that always whenever you travel outside for Rami, for tawaf, or going outside your hotel on Mina camp, have lots of water and drinks with you. You don't need food, but you need water. You need electrolytes, juices, laban, whatever you like, cola. Keep that. You will drink it. Like when I was going for Rami from Mina camp, believe it or not, within 7 minutes of stepping outside, I was already opening a water bottle or a drink and drinking it, because it's so hot, you really get thirsty quickly. And if you don't have that and you continue half hour without drinking anything, you will start to feel the heat stroke or something like that. Do take umbrella and water spray. Umbrella, I already mentioned. Water spray, that really helped me. The best thing which I took, in my Hajj packing, if you can see that what to pack for Hajj or Arafat or Mina, there is water bottle, water spray, which I mentioned. Even from going from my like in even in Medina, if you are strolling outside, okay, even then water spray, the normal spray like a water bottle, you can get from IKEA if you're going from UK, or the one which we use for ironing clothes, like some of us keep, like when we are ironing the clothes and we want to damp them, we use a water spray, or for the plants as well. So get a slim bottle of water spray and keep that, because you will be doing that instantly on your face, on your arms, in order to keep well. Otherwise you will be feeling the heat stroke even after umbrella, because umbrella cannot stop the amount of heat and the radiation which is coming from up and also bouncing them from the ground. And the last thing is that help others if you can. If you have spare bottle, if you see someone in despair, give them. If you have spare umbrella, give them. But again, you cannot help everyone, and there are some limitations. You will find people fallen on ground. You will find people crying. You can't help. They don't need money. They need maybe water. They need help to take them back to the camp. They need guidance to take them. But of course, you are doing your Hajj as well. You have some limitation as well. So you can help them up to limits. You might not understand what they are saying. So that's the thing. These are the takeaways. So have a big heart, be prepared physically, and hope this video is useful. This is quite a long video, but hopefully this video is useful. If you have any question or comments, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.